Well, that was actually one of the best SmackDowns I've seen in a while. I mean, Braun Strowman, AJ Jeff, and Abyss? What? Is this a dream? More bald people coming soon. And AJ Styles recognizing real talent that deserved the Intercontinental Championship title shot. A very accurate list if I say so myself. Although I'm still pretty angry. Why would Jeff Hardy disagree with the list? What's up with that, Jeff Hardy? You don't recognize real talent? What is going on? This list was put together by a guy who believes that the earth is flat! God damn it. I remember saying I don't really care about any SummerSlam matches when it comes to SmackDown, but after this show I've kind of changed my mind because I feel like Braun Strowman vs. The Fiend is actually interesting right now in a weird way. I mean, yes, it's kind of stupid, but now at least you're asking questions. Who's the heel and what is even happening? And also, Jeff Hardy vs. AJ Styles is an absolute dream match for both guys, and I feel like I'm a lot more excited about SummerSlam right now, especially because it's not gonna happen in the Performance Center. So, that's pretty good. To be fair, people, SmackDown is not a very good show, but I really enjoyed this one because a lot of important stuff happened, and it may only be me, but I feel like WWE is kinda getting a bit better. Maybe that's because SummerSlam is happening soon. But finally, I'm excited about wrestling, and that feels good. The show kicks off with Big E versus John Morrison. Just before the match, the lights start flickering. A masked female member of Retribution appears on the apron. Big E and Morrison got confused. We got even more members of Retribution. They beat the crap out of Big E and Morrison, and it seems like we got more members of Retribution. This gives me a bit of hope in this group because obviously it's a very terrible faction and they remind me of, I don't know, anti-man-spreading protesters. Just horrible. But there is hope because it seems like there are a lot more members, so maybe we didn't even get to see the actual group, you know, the actual legit superstars. Maybe there's like, I don't know, 20, 30 of them, and the only important people are like 4. So it kinda gives me hope that this is actually going to be a lot better. It's CM Punk. CM Punk wants Retribution. He's trying to destroy the WWE. I wish. We saw a lot of superstars backstage talking about Retribution, heels, babyfaces, whatever. We got Sheamus, and he's not afraid of Retribution. If they had any sense at all, they would be afraid. We got a triple brand battle royal. In this match, we got superstars like Asuka, Tamina, Tegan Nox, Blackheart, Riot, Liv Morgan, Chyna, Bianca, Peyton, Billy, Naomi, Lacey, Dana, and Nikki. I mean, let's be fair, that was actually pretty okay. I'm not saying the match was anything special, but I miss number 1 contenders matches, and they make sense to me. And this match did exactly that. In this match, surprisingly though, Asuka won, so now she's going to face both Bayley and Sasha Banks in the same night for Raw Championship and then SmackDown Championship, or the other way around, I don't even know. I mean, yeah, we have the same person getting 2 different opportunities. That kinda sucks, but then again, story-wise, it's actually pretty interesting. And speaking of number 1 contenders matches, why are we not getting that every time we get a rivalry? I don't care what happened between these 2 people. If I see, I don't know, Edge returning, spearing Drew McIntyre, he still should win the number 1 contenders match. I know that is a very random example, but I want that rivalry actually, yeah. So imagine this, we get a spear, he shouldn't get that championship opportunity automatically. He should still be in a number 1 contenders match. Same goes for people like Dolph Ziggler. He just came to Raw, he was losing to Otis every week, and he gets a championship opportunity for what? Make sure he beats, I don't know, Randy Orton in a number 1 contenders match. This way, it makes sense, but, you know, whatever, it's been happening for years now. We got Sheamus versus Shorty G, who's a heel right now, so it's kinda interesting. I mean, Sheamus is still a heel. He acts like one, he acts like a massive dick, but Shorty G is a heel as well, and he's doing it for the money. Anyway, we got the match in which Sheamus won, and that was basically it. We got this AJ Styles segment, and he was with Abyss, and I don't even know why. I know he's working for the WWE, but why wasn't it explained, like, at all? Like, I don't know, what, is he a man? What is even happening right here? Like, that's the stuff I hate in the WWE. That made zero sense. Anyway, I believe it was a pretty decent promo. The whole point of this was that AJ Styles doesn't need to face anyone because look at the board, the only deserving wrestler is AJ Styles, and I'm already a champion, so yeah, this is the list of people that I'm going to face. This is the list of people with better looking foreheads. This is the list of people who deserve a shot at my Divas Championship. Jeff Hardy's music hits, and he challenges AJ Styles for the championship. AJ says no. At first, he complimented him, but then he said no. And then we got a brawl, and somehow this turned into the Intercontinental Championship match next week instead of SummerSlam. Sure, we're gonna get a disqualification or anything really. We're gonna get no contest, and it's gonna happen at SummerSlam. I'm pretty sure. But still, I really want authority personalities in the WWE. Who made this match? Who made it official? Who's deciding match? Who's running this show? And like I've said, this is an absolute dream match. If there's one match that I really want to see from AJ and Jeff Hardy, it's definitely this. Lucha House Party stole the tag team championships. Also, it was AJ who decided to give him a title shot. But as a heel, why would he even do that if the whole point of the segment was that no one really deserves a title shot? We need authority figures. Grand Metalik versus Shinsuke Nakamura was next, and that was okay, although Grand Metalik beating Shinsuke Nakamura is interesting. During this match we got Kalisto returning. I had no idea he actually was injured. I had no idea. But Grand Metalik pinned Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah. We got Shorty G apologizing to Matt Riddle, and at first I kinda thought it's legit, but then he had got attacked by King Corbin, and it was all just a setup. Shorty G being a heel is the weirdest thing I've seen. Just change his gimmick a bit. Alexa, who's Braun Strowman? Well, he's my friend. Would you smash him? Yes. So apparently this is going to be a hair versus hair match. I miss this. Although it is the most obvious hair versus hair match of all time. Like, we all know who's gonna lose this one. Big E versus John Morrison was next. Pretty decent match. Actually, the first match of John Morrison's WWE return was against Big E. Now, in this one, Big E won the match, which is great, but then again, I want John Morrison to get a push as well, so, I don't really have an opinion on this. We got a bro kick, and then we got Braun Strowman suddenly coming out yelling with a fresh haircut. He just wants to give the message to the Fiend and Alexa Bliss. He's the most evil son of a bitch I've ever seen. I'm gonna rip you apart, Bray Wyatt. But then we got Alexa Bliss, and basically Alexa Bliss was talking. He wasn't even looking at her, and she said, well, I remember you as my friend, and this is not the Braun Strowman I remember. Stop talking to me, women. I just care about Bray Wyatt. We got a bunch of slaps. He lifted her, and I was like, okay, he's not gonna throw her. That's not gonna, okay, it did happen. Yeah, it did happen. The lights went off, and then we got the Fiend in the ring, who actually, in a weird way, tried to save Alexa Bliss. Is he the one who's a babyface? I don't know what is even happening. And this segment actually made me a bit excited about this rivalry for the first time. I guess we got a double turn. Or maybe Braun Strowman is acting. I don't know. One thing's for sure, it's a bit more interesting right now, and maybe Braun Strowman as a heel would be actually entertaining as a champion, because as a babyface, he has to be the most boring champion of all time. So I guess we just got a double turn on SmackDown, and the Fiend as a babyface sounds very weird, but I guess it's gonna work, although I don't really imagine Firefly Funhouse as a babyface show. That's weird. Anyway, thank you for watching the video, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.